everybody.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Seth. This is James. And before you freak out, the cast of The Flash is going to be here. So I don't want to see 45 comments going, oh my God, where is everybody? Who are
the hell
they?
are these guys?
Not interested. So all the craziness that's about to happen, silence it now. So this is a fundraiser we do
like,
every
who is this cranky guy? I don't know who it is.
Because we've had...
His name is Seth, and I'm married to him.
We've had Glee, we've had all this with Cycle fans, and they're just like, I don't want to hear them. Where is Leah Michelle? Anyway, okay, so we're here twice a day, 2 p.m., 8 p.m. We're always for the Actors Fund. We basically do this so that people around the world can kind of feel connected during all this isolation. But we also do it, if you're watching, to raise money for the Actors Fund. And James, why don't you describe what the Actors Fund is?
The Actors Fund, if you stop banging the damn table, Seth. You hear that? Banging,
I mean, he has misophonia, where
banging.
When you hear noises, it drives you crazy. So if I'm even tapping, he'll have a breakdown. Just want to clear that with everybody.
You know what?
We've been together, isolated for 10 weeks.
That is
We're
true.
this close
You know?
to a severe divorce. Go
Thank
on.
God for this show and a distraction.
To distract us.
This is like literally our 110th show. We started this. Let's talk a little bit about Stars in the House for a second. We started this. Broadway closed on Thursday, March 12th. We started the show on Monday, March 16th for the Actors Fund. And I don't know how many weeks it's been, 10 weeks, 11 weeks. And really, it's all for the Actors Fund, like Seth was saying, which is a human services organization that's for basically anyone in the performing arts. And we're talking about, yes, actors, but also people behind the scenes. It also is ushers, people who work in concessions. It's also people who work in ballet companies, opera companies, voice teachers, dance teachers, acting teachers. People
all over the country.
Really all over the country. So basically, if you're watching this in the United States, and you probably know someone who's in the performing arts, even if you're not even aware of it, or they work in a regional theater or whatever. Anyone, and everyone is hurting right now in need of help of rent, utilities, food, medical bills, a health insurance premium. That's what the Actors Fund is. You
just go to actorsfund.org. If you're in need, you go to actorsfund.org and they will pay your rent. They'll give you medical money. I mean, It's that quick. And if you can actually help, you should go to starsinthehouse.com and donate. Why don't we have a letter from the Actors Fund?
Yeah.
This is written to the Actors Fund.
I just wanted to say thank you and the amazing staff at the Actors Fund. You've really enabled me to keep up with this month's rent.
It's that literal.
And I'm highly appreciative. I mean, it is that literal. And so we're up to, really, I think the basic the average donation is about $35.
Yeah.
We're up to, we just got our new total, $305,840 raised for the Actors.
We're getting applause from Carlos. I'm going to show that. Thank you, Carlos, for applauding. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Love it.
And this is actually a perfect time. He and Robbie are in credits, but it's also made possible by a very generous donation and support from the Berlanti Family Foundation.
Yeah, Greg Berlanti,
and Robbie Rogers, and they produce. Berlanti Productions produces The Flash. That was not a prerequisite in order to
exactly. We'll fund your staff.
There was nothing like that at all.
No, they're just great. Guys, right now, if you can, a couple of things I'd like you to do before we begin. So share what you're watching right now on any of your social media, like share it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Twitch. I don't even know what that really is, but your Friendster and your MySpace. So just share it so a lot of people are watching. The more people that watch, the more people that could possibly donate. So I would really appreciate if you share it. Also, we're on YouTube, of course, Stars in the House. Please subscribe. The more subscribers we have, the more we can pitch ourselves to big TV shows and go, all these people watch us, bring on the cast of Green Out, whatever the hell, Supergirl. So subscribe to our YouTube channel right now, Stars in the House. Anything else about most important?
I think it's it. We've got a lot of questions from fans here.
Yeah, this whole show is basically going to be fan questions that have been sent in, just so you know. And the final thing we're going to say, this StreamYard, we use StreamYard, we love StreamYard, but we can't get a lot of people on screen. So we have to divide up the cast into two. So if you don't see someone in the first half, I don't want to see 8,000 comments. Oh my God, where is? That person is coming. So no panic attacks. Okay, so here we're going to go. So our first segment.
That's it. Are you ready? So
yeah, we're going to
have the list here.
We're going to bring on fellow dog lover, Hartley Sawyer. Hi, Hartley.
Hi, guys. How are you?
It's all good in the hood. Then
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, no, you sound great. Then we're bringing on Candice Patton.
There's
the
Candice.
Lovely Candice. Wow, looking stunning. Hi, Candice.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, Candice.
Hi, Hartley.
I know.
I almost wore the exact same thing.
You always try to outdo me. I've had enough.
I know. I'm gonna go change right now.
It's so annoying.
It's so good to see you.
Danielle, right? Where's Danielle? Hold on, I gotta find Danielle. There's a lovely.
Well, that's where's Heather?
Right.
Hold on.
Am
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know if there's two Danielles.
Okay, hold on.
in The Flash. And you know what? The other Danielle's not here.
Oh, so we're gonna wait and we're gonna bring on GG as he goes by.
Yes. So Grant Gustin, otherwise known as The Flash.
It's my legal birth name, actually. Is Gigi. Candice, I almost wore that too. Oh my gosh.
I can never win with these guys. It's like
Dude, I just made the exact same joke, Grant. Literally.
I heard you, Hartley.
He heard
you.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta send me a check for that one.
Candice, you are thriving in quarantine, and I agree. Looking fierce. Okay, so I'd love to do a little round robin with you all before we get into our fan questions. How did you guys get the role? Hartley, how did it happen?
Well, despite the entire cast's efforts to keep me from getting the role, I somehow see they're nodding in agreement. I somehow managed to get it. I had auditioned for David Rappaport for a couple of different, Arrowverse shows over the years here and there, and didn't work out. Actually, I think Grant knows this, but many years ago, I actually auditioned for Barry Allen.
I didn't know that till recently when I read it somewhere.
I did, yeah, and thankfully I didn't get it because
Thankfully.
you're much better than I would be in the role. But long story short, when I went in a couple of years ago and read for Ralph, it was this whole series of events where like I got to the gate to get in to do the reading, and they didn't have my name, and I had to wait, and like I ended up being late to the audition by like 3 minutes, and I was the last one, and they were waiting, and I had to pee so bad, but I didn't have time, and it was just an absolute train wreck. I thought it was like the worst audition I had ever done, and despite feeling that way, I guess it worked out. So it was, I don't know. It's just one of those stories. It was like a train wreck for me personally, but something must have worked or whatever.
That happens all the time. Every time I think I've given the worst audition, it's like I book it. It's weird. We don't really have any sense of our skills with a Z. Okay, hold on for 1 second. I'm going to bring on Danielle, but before I forget, listen, this is the whole main thing. When you donate to starsinthehouse.com, you're going to get a receipt. Forward that receipt to starsinthehouse2020 at Gmail, and then we're going to have a little list of people that donate. I'm going to send it to some of the cast members, and they're going to be like, "Thank you, so and so from The Flash." So forward it to starsinthehouse2020 at gmail.com. Where these people are. Okay, here we go. Yes, Queen. Hi.
Oh my God, Candice! I was going to wear the exact same thing.
Everyone's
Can't win.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm such a dork. I've been sitting here watching and not realizing that I hadn't pressed the button to like go backstage. And so I'm sitting here talking to Mike. I'm like, oh my God, Panabaker hasn't pressed the button. That's crazy. Danielle's not in there. I don't know what's going on.
It's all good. Okay, so we just heard how Hartley got the gig, which was very inauspicious. Candice, how did you get Ms. Iris?
I came in, auditioned, I think really late 2013, around December. I remember bombing the audition. There was some line about Channing Tatum, and I could not remember Channing Tatum's name. Like I couldn't remember the hot guy that I was referring to and speaking to Barry Allen.
Barry Allen.
How do you forget Channing Tatum? And I was in the room with who was our director? Why can't I think of his name?
David Nutter.
And so I just thought I bombed it. I went home. It was Christmas break. I went home. I was like, forget it. I quit. I'm never going to be an actor again. I wanted to stay in Texas. My mom was like, you can't stay here. You have to go back. I went back to LA, and like a couple days later, they were like, can you come back in and can you read with Grant Gustin? And
you were like, who's that?
Yeah.
I was like, who's that? And then I met with Grant. It was a great audition. We just had chemistry instantly, in my opinion. And then a couple days later, I booked the show, and my life changed forever. It was really exciting.
Grant, were you cast first?
Yes, because the character appeared on Arrow. So I did 2 episodes of Arrow before the Flash pilot was kind of started to get put together.
So did you have a say in any of these people getting cast? Like, how does that work as far as a read or what? Chemistry read?
We did chemistry reads, but it's not like they were like, I mean, maybe, they asked my opinion, but I don't think, and I remember loving Candice, and we had a full, a round of a bunch of other people before that, and nobody felt right. And then it was, I think, just you, right, Candice, when the day that you came in to read with me, or someone else there? I don't even remember anyone else. I remember
telling David Rappaport, the casting director, I was like, I literally think I'm about to go throw up in the bathroom. He was like, you're fine. He was essentially saying like, it's yours it's yours. Yeah. But I was like, I'm going to throw up. Did you throw up? I didn't throw up.
Oh, okay. I've thrown up before auditions.
Me too.
Really?
Many
Oh
times.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I've thrown up before Comic-Cons.
From drinking or just
From nerves.
I feel that for sure.
Why do you get nervous? Is it because you're singing or being in front of people, or what is it?
No, I mean, we didn't have to sing for this audition, thankfully, but like that, I'm way more nervous for those auditions even. But like we were, talking about before we were live with my experience with West Side Story, like I did that for a year. And before every performance, I was nervous. I mean, it just, I've seen quotes from like legends. I think it was like Patti LuPone. That's like, if you're not nervous, like it's not normal. Like it never goes away.
Yeah.
So, and that's been the case for me, where even shooting certain scenes for Flash, like I'm up all night, like losing sleep because I'm like, I want to get this right.
And what about you, Danielle?
How did my audition go for The Flash?
How did you get it?
Yeah, how did you get it?
Well, I'm so not being a show off when I say this because this never happened, but I actually did not have to audition for this job, thank God. I had done a pilot that got picked up to. We can see each other. My hands look enormous. So I had done a pilot that got picked up to series with the creators of The Flash previously. And it didn't go. And then that same creator went on and created Arrow. And he wrote a role specifically for me on Arrow. And all I had to do was basically show up and have Mark Pedowitz sign off on it. And I did. And he didn't. And I absolutely did not book that job. Like, it was really, really, really bad. Like, that character was named after me and everything. And it was super embarrassing. And then a year later, Flash came around, and the same producer called me up and said, okay, well, do you want to be on Flash instead? And I was like, yeah, of course. So he wrote me in at the tail end of season 1, and I came in and I did 2 episodes, but I had shot a pilot between that period of time, and that pilot got picked up. And so I went away and did that show, and after that got canceled 2 seasons later, I got the best call any actor can get after their show gets canceled, which was, hey, do you want to come back and finish what we started on The Flash? So I got my get on a plane as fast as humanly possible.
Wow. Okay. So, Hartley.
For all the actors, though, so like every
Hartley.
canceled, you never know what's coming.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if we can have sound with it.
So guess what? This is live.
Yeah, that's why we're
And
so
so here's
now.
where the live thing comes in. Hartley Sawyer, do you know what you did?
You somehow
You posted the link for StreamYard, and you've got all your fans trying to get onto the damn platform.
like
What did I do?
It was Hartley, right? Not me.
Hartley.
Because I was worried I did that at one point.
Wait,
where did I post the link?
Where did you post it? David will tell me. All it means is that there's constant people joining that can't even be on the screen, but they just keep.
Yeah, they can't be on the
better to
screen.
Just watch it.
It's just like watch it.
Are you sure?
Oh,
it was
no,
Hartley?
did
It wasn't me.
It's on Insta.
Get on.
It's okay.
Did I put it on? Is it the one I just put on my story? Because I thought that was just
Yes.
a video. Oh no!
If you were able to see what we could see,
It's just nonstop people coming up, and I have to keep pushing ban, ban, ban.
So I should take it down, right?
I would take it the hell down.
Yeah.
I would hire a social media manager who's not.
This guy.
I thought you were gonna be like, "Hey, we just heard a toilet flush in your house." Like this is like I literally thought that's what you were gonna say.
So, you know what this is going to mean, Hartley? This means that we're going to be asking every single person on the Flash an embarrassing story about you.
Yeah.
That's why.
We don't have that much time. I mean, we only have an hour.
Grant, what do you got on him?
Yeah, what do you have on Hartley?
Where do I start? Hartley is someone that we actually, and he does this with me too. He's like, we love to give each other a hard time, but in actuality, like, he's a super professional, like, nicest person in the world. So I really don't have that much dirt on Hartley at the end
I
of the
don't
day.
think you can embarrass Hartley because he's so.
He'll embarrass himself first.
He'll embarrass himself before you even get the opportunity to. Like,
That's how I live my life. I beat people to the punch, and then they
Yeah.
have no ammo. You know.
So
Right, forget you two. I got stories. There was this one.
Thank you.
I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I'm just not going to tell you.
Don't tell them about the streaking.
Oh, really? I thought everybody
Yeah.
knew about that.
we don't know about it. Go.
It's not a real thing.
Hartley likes to run around and show people.
Not a real thing. If you go back to high school, you'll find out about that, but not a real thing on the Flash.
It's been so fun that every 2 seconons I have to ban another person that keeps flashing on the screen.
I am so sorry. Here I have, I've ruined everything.
You also, by the way, posted my ATM pin. So I appreciate.
And your social security number.
They also can see that I'm looking up like what I'm looking up on my Chrome right now. Giardia treatment for dogs. They can see that. Yeah.
Okay, now you're forgiven.
Yeah, we love dogs.
You're forgiven.
Oh,
Actually, Hartley, talk about your love of dogs.
Yes, and how we can help. By the way, how people can help that are watching.
I think one of the biggest ways that people can help is if they're able to at this time, and I realize it's a very, very challenging time for people in so many different ways, but one of the biggest things that people can do is open up their home if they can foster an animal for even a week or 2 weeks or something like that, because that actually gets an animal out of the shelter and potentially opens up a kennel in a shelter and can sort of save 2 lives that way. Because despite what a lot of people think, there are still, unfortunately and tragically, kill shelters out there, and people wouldn't believe the numbers of animals that are euthanized on an annual basis. I think it's something like 10,000 a day in the United States of America that are euthanized, dog-wise. But that's one of the most powerful ways that people can help. But there's so many different ways. I mean, find rescues that really align with your views and everything like that. And there's really no wrong way. I think this is true of a lot of things. There's really no wrong way to be helpful. If you're moving the needle in any way, I think that's a great place to start. But for me, before I got Flash, I was unemployed as an actor, and I was working 4 or 5 different gigs, which is sort of, this ties into the actor's fun thing for me. I was, barely making ends meet. And I was working 6 and sometimes 7 days a week. And, it just really felt like, how can I keep doing this? And why am I doing this? So in terms of finding a sense of purpose, I started volunteering at the South LA Animal Shelter, which is one of the largest animal shelters in actually all the United States of America. Before COVID, there were nearly 400 dogs there. And I started volunteering there on a weekly basis every Saturday. And it gave me such a sense of service and purpose that it really has informed so many different aspects of my life and my growth and my personality. And it's something that to this day, I still continue as often as I possibly can. And even to a degree remotely, having some meetings and trying to see how we can help, because it's just very much a part of who I am. And I think the other folks here would attest to that like, it's like dogs and everything else for me in many, many ways.
He's being humble. He does more than just a little bit still. He will get on a plane to save a dog. He will drive across the border to save a dog. He will be on the phone for 12 hours if he has to in a row just to find a home for a dog. He's really, really amazing. Like, it's
his whole wardrobe is dog t-shirts.
Yeah, I didn't wear one today. I was like, I thought about doing it, but I was like, I wear the same 5 t-shirts and hoodies like over and over and over and over again, right, guys? It's always like, there's the dog thing. It's like dog or Godzilla, and that's it. Like, those are the only outfits I have.
Are you allowed to bring dogs to the sets?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
very
dog trailer.
All of that.
Watch, now that we're not going to be allowed to, now that we've said that, but
no, don't say that.
Did I just Hartley the whole situation? Shit.
Huh? Hartley just messed something else up now.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Oh man.
No,
I didn't hear anything. I don't know.
Well, Hartley's actually the only one that hasn't probably brought a dog to set.
No, I have. Danny has met Maggie and BG.
Yeah.
On set?
Yeah.
Well, we don't keep them on set. Meaning,
At this base camp at Circus, yeah.
Yeah.
So they can. The only one who doesn't have a dog.
I'm not loath to bring his cat though. I'm determined that this year we're going to do a holiday card, and it's just going to be pets of the Flash, and it'll be all of our dogs and Los's cat just in the center.
Yeah. Or Carlos can dress up as a dog, maybe, and a dog costume.
Yeah, it's perfect. Just Los, because that's how everything should be with Los.
Hartley, here are our doggies. The top 2 are Mandy, we adopted from the shelter in New York. Chrissy's from Aruba. We flew her up from Aruba. That's our kitty cat Romeo from vet on the Upper West Side. Mateo's on the bottom left. Mateo's from Puerto Rico, and that's Bagel the Beagle that we got from a shelter in New York. All of our little adopted angels.
Oh, bless you! How beautiful! How gorgeous! I love the sleeping pictures at the top. I sleep with the dogs all the time. We nap everything, all of that.
My back is all out from the dog. It's a nightmare. Don't get me started.
Oh, I'm 6'4" and I'll be on like this much of the bed and like I'm in heaven and I wake up the next day and like my body's in hell, but like I don't care. It's like it's what gives me life.
Oh, we're the same way. We love our angels.
There's so many
questions. Let's go.
Okay. This is like whoever wants to take it. Who is the most like their character?
And you can answer for somebody else too.
I would say Tom, even though he's played the most characters, I feel like his real life energy like finds ways into his characters. You know, he has like childlike energy, and I feel like that finds its way into all his characters.
That's fair.
Also, Danielle Panabaker is by leaps and bounds the smartest person out of all of us. Like she might not be a doctor, but she could be in like 15 minutes if she wanted
to. Who is the most likely to break character?
Ooh, busted.
Depends on the day, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah, I would say we're all guilty at times. Like, I almost want to say Tom again, but
I think Tom relishes in it because I don't know.
But like, if Tom's on set, I probably break more than him. Like when I'm acting with him because of him.
Right. Yeah. I would endorse that too. When I'm working with Tom, it's kind of hard for me to keep it together because he's a funny man.
Yeah.
But Grant, do you ever you have such a great dance background. Do you ever dance on set?
Every day.
Yeah, I dance a lot. I mean, I'm not like doing it, you know. I don't even notice I'm doing it. Like little like jigs.
Pirouettes.
Yeah.
Usually like moving my feet like tap dancing, but yeah, sometimes I'm spinning too. That's true.
Jazz squares everywhere.
Yeah.
All the time.
Actually, one time Lo dared me to find a way to fit a jazz square into a fight scene as Flash, and I did it. I like squared like before I punched the guy. Like it was.
I found one of your amazing dance moments. Here we go. Take a look.
Oh no. Could people hear that? The song was great.
It was called.
I couldn't hear it, but yeah, that was.
The lyrics were Grant. Speaking of which, Grant, check your phone. I just texted you a list of the most current donations.
Okay, well, while Grant is checking that, and here's another one. Do any of you have a favorite comic besides The Flash?
Wonder Woman.
I didn't get anything, Seth.
What? Okay. I hope I texted the right Grant.
Uh-oh.
Just one up Hartley.
Your last name is
Dr. Alan Grant. My all-time favorite comic is Batman Arkham Asylum, Serious House on Serious Earth. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book.
And I recommend. He just showed us up like that. Like we were like, yeah, and then Hartley was like,
well,
big
he's a boy. Let him have it.
He's like an actual nerd.
Not cool.
I'm an enormous nerd actually. Like I mean physically.
6'4".
Yeah, big nerd. But Batman's my favorite all time. Yeah. Sorry.
Superman's my guy. Always has been.
Yeah. Would you be down to have another musical crossover? A lot of people were talking about that.
Ooh.
That's more of a Grant question.
I've always said I'm more down for like us singing in like real world situations. Like we early in the show did like a karaoke thing, and like I feel like working it into something like that would be fun. I mean, not that the musical wasn't fun, but it was like a really daunting task.
That's a lot of work.
It was a lot. It was fun though. They brought Zach Woodley up, who was the choreographer from Glee that I had known pretty well, and Melissa did really well, and it was like a weird Glee reunion. Like Darren was a part of it, and it was fun.
Grant, check I emailed you now instead of the text. Maybe it came through the email.
Yeah, I got an email.
Yay.
I'll accompany it. Grant. It's an amazing song.
So we have Naquan. I hope I said that right. From New York, $15. Am I reading the amounts? $15 donation.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Love that you are all doing this. Joanne from Ontario, $10 in memory of Logan. I don't know if that's our Logan, but anyway, we love our Logan too. Aisha from Florida, $10. Christopher from Massachusetts, $10. Thank you for this opportunity. I hope my small donation helps. It does. That was me, not him. Huge Flash fan, sending me love to all the cast and crew and to everyone at the Stars in the house as well. Yo Seymour, they spelled it phonetically, so I think I said that right. From New Jersey, $10. Elizabeth from North Carolina, $25. This one I'm not sure. Datya from Israel, $25.
Wow.
I'm the biggest Flash fan in Israel.
This is live, by the way. So they're watching it live. This is live.
Yeah,
so they're watching
I know.
it.
I hope I'm not butchering their names. So
no, but I'm just saying, like, they stayed up late for this. So
no, this is amazing. And the fact that they're donating is incredible. Thank you guys. Where are we? Jessica from Australia, $5. Hi guys, I'm from Australia and I've been in isolation for 2.5 months and have unfortunately lost my job like so many others. I'm so excited to see the Flashcast. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for your donation.
Oh, that's sweet.
Crystal from New York, $25, and Robin from Ohio, $25, and she loves Candice.
Thank you guys.
Danny?
Wait 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, Seth.
Someone just wrote, what are all the donations for? So we're donating to the Actors Fund. The Actors Fund helps anybody in the arts, actors, singers, dancers, anybody, but also everybody behind the scenes. So people that run the cameras, makeup people, ushers, box office, all across the country, nobody is working.
Right.
And people can have their rent paid, their medical bills paid. And what were you going to ask?
Well, I was going to ask, Danny, I heard that you have a story that's an Actors Fund story. Is that right?
Oh, honey, the Actors Fund paid my light bill a long time ago. Every actor goes through it. We all have our moments where, we're struggling and it's hard and we're chasing our dreams. Everybody in this business does. And yeah, some years back, there was a time that I was really, really stuck. I was in a bad way and I wasn't going to get my rent. Basically, it was pay the rent or have utilities. And a friend of mine told me about the Actors Fund, and I was saying, there's nobody that's that nice to actors. There's nobody that's like non-judgmental and helps you out. And I don't have parents to call in that way. And I called them up, and they said, "How much is your bill?" And I told them, and they said, "Okay, come get it." Just like that fast. And from that day forward, I've always donated to the Actors Fund. For every actor out there, by the way, if you're in the Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, when you pay your dues, you can add a donation to the Actors Fund when you pay your dues, which happens to be due right around now. There's a little box if you pay online or on the paper, even if it's just like a little bit of money. I didn't need thousands of dollars. I needed $300, and I got it, and it saved my skin. And so I certainly donated to the Actors Fund. I donated again today in honor of this, but I've donated several times since we started quarantine, and I always do because I just feel like it's my obligation to pay it forward.
Wow,
I love that. And remember, it's called the Actors Fund, but it's not just for actors. It's
for the whole business.
That's right. That's right.
That is so great.
Wow.
And just for the record, like, anybody who has to call, don't like those of us who have it to give, we need to give, and those of us who need it, don't be ashamed to call. We're all in the same experience, and there's no bureaucracy. It's super fast. It's just people asking what you need, and they give it.
Wow, so well said. Seth, should I go to some more of these questions? There was one for
we
Candice.
have so many great questions.
Candice, here's
so many fans.
Yeah, all these questions that were on Instagram. So this one's for Candice. Has playing the wording is a little bit funky here, but I'm gonna try to figure it out here because it's a great question. Has playing an iconic role and changing what a leading woman in the comic world looks like changed you? Has it changed you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, how could it not? I think just from experiencing, the backlash kind of in the beginning from my casting, even to now, I've kind of taken on this mantle of trying to have a thick skin about it because I know how important it is for so many people to see a woman of color like myself in a leading role. So for me, it was always about, there were times early on when I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I think I want to quit. Like, it was just bad. And for me, I had to have like a really come to Jesus meeting with myself about it being bigger than myself. It's not just about how comfortable I feel in the role. It's about, I knew it was such an iconic casting and that it would and could potentially open the doors for so many other leading females who are not blonde hair and blue eyed. So I don't know. Yeah, it's changed me forever. It's just made me tougher in a lot of ways. It's made me speak up more for women of color in the business, especially in genre. So yeah, it's changed me for the better, and I'm very happy.
Did anybody mentor you? Did you go to anyone and go like, because we know Vanessa Williams really well, and she dealt with a lot of backlash after Miss America.
Yes, first Miss America.
Did you go to anybody?
I mean, I think at the time, which is so daunting, it was so new for so many people, especially in genre, there was no one to go to. I mean, people saw it, but I don't think a lot of people knew how to help me or protect me or what to do. I remember later on having a conversation with someone at Warner Brothers saying like, yeah, I remember early on like getting death threats and people were threatening me. And she was like, we have a team at Warner Brothers who can look into serious issues like this. And I said, people need to know this. People of color that you're hiring to be on these shows need to know that they have access to help, because we are experiencing something very different than our white counterparts on these shows. And we are scared and in a lot of ways traumatized by stuff. So, it's taken me going through a lot, but I've learned so much, and I've been able to help so many of the other girls and men of color on these shows who have, experienced it themselves. So if I had to go through that to kind of, help in any kind of way, it was my honor to do it.
Amazingly well said. And by the way, we forgot to announce that Jesse Martin is stuck in like Vancouver Harbor.
Yeah.
So he's not here. So this is the time to actually tell Dishy stories about him.
There are none.
We don't have any.
No.
He's just a really good singer, and he's nice and stuff. We don't have anything bad to say.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry. He just sings really good.
Yeah, I mean, David Nutter, who we talked about earlier, called me to tell me when they had cast Jesse because he knew I had a musical theater background and I was, a musical theater nerd, and I freaked out when I heard Jesse was cast. And we became fast friends, thankfully, and he was as cool as I would have hoped he would, would have been. And I mean, he's a legend. So yeah, it's really cool and special that he's part of the show.
Yeah, when I hopped on the show in season 4, he was so warm and he was so welcoming to me. And I've seen him repeat that process in subsequent years. Like, I think when somebody new joins, he's really, really great about being warm and welcoming and reaching out to them in like the best ways. It was really great.
And Jesse will tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. In the most loving way, Jesse will tell you the truth. He will tell you.
He's like a dad.
Huh?
He really is like a dad.
He really is. I mean, I think of him like an uncle, but like, but Jesse, the person that I will go to and say like, am I wrong in this situation? Like, tell me the truth, because not a lot of people will tell you the truth, and Jesse will give it to me. And I need that. I think we all do.
I brought this clip of him because he does an amazing Grant Gustin appreciate. It's basically like a double pencil turn, and I was super impressed. So you can tell him that I showed him. Yeah, he tears it up.
You're as sensitive as feet. Press the sauce on to the meat. You can make the menu sparkle with a rhyme. You can drum a gentle drum. I can see guests as they come, chatting not about Heidegger but wine. Let's hope.
So have you guys had a rent party to see the movie all together?
I've never seen Rent.
Me neither.
You've never even seen the movie?
Are you serious?
Movie. I've never seen Law and Order.
Christina Patton.
I've never seen Ren either. I have no familiarity with it.
Hardly.
Grant, we can't talk to them anymore.
Wait, we should have a viewing party on Stars in the House.
We should. I would love that.
We'll organize it. We'll do the Actors Fund. Okay, excellent.
His I'll Cover You reprise in that movie too. His I'll Cover You reprise is so good.
So good.
It's yeah. I mean, he's a legend, like I said.
I cannot believe you two haven't seen it.
Wait, someone just wrote,
yeah.
What is that video? Guys, it is Rent. People, get it together. Okay, so look, here we go. We got to go into our second half.
It's not Law and Order, guys. It's Rent.
It's not
Law and Order.
Music's not as good in Law and Order. Okay, so now we have to go in our second half because we can't have the same people on. So we're going to say goodbye to some of you guys, but you're all going to come back for a Rent viewing party. Now we've decided.
Yeah.
So very excited.
Love it.
So
Thank
it was
James.
so lovely meeting you guys.
Thanks, Candice.
Thank you, Candice. We want to see you again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danny. We loved your Actors Fund story.
Yes.
So lovely meeting you.
Amazing.
Thank you, Hartley, for ruining the whole night by posting
You're
that.
welcome. That's what I'm here for, boys.
Well, this moment will never be forgotten by us.
No, never. Call me forever.
We're going to be in touch about doggies. So
That's
it's great
right.
to have you here.
Yeah.
Okay, so out to you. So
Hilarious.
now let us bring on. We saw before Mr. Carlos is here. Hi, Carlos.
Hi, Carlos.
You're muted. All your sass is not being heard.
Too bad.
Oh,
There you
God. Dang it.
So embarrassing.
Sorry, I'm still reeling from that Law and Order musical episode. But,
We all are. Okay, how about a little Danielle?
Hi.
Oh, good.
hey,
And
Mama.
then
Carlos.
Aw.
fabulous Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Tom, isn't there a U in your name? Tom Cavanagh?
That's funny. That's so funny. That's low base, low hanging fruit funny. I used the pin that Hartley got from Seth to go into his bank account. And I think that we could set up a Seth fund maybe.
Perfect.
In addition to we just need to help you financially too, because there's not a lot here for me to steal.
I mean, like, never in my life. I can't. Okay, so let's start.
Steph, you take over for a minute. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to literally sign on here
Yeah,
because on our end, there's like one empty one, and all
people
of
keep
Hartley's fans keep popping up, and they see their faces. It's the most distracting thing.
I mean,
and then there's this
all 10 of
thing
them?
that covers up Grant, so I can't even see
Driving
Grant.
is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go around.
Take it away.
So how did everybody get their jobs? Carlos, how did it happen for you?
Ooh, this is a good story.
I was in New York and I auditioned for the show, and just 2 days later they called me up and they were like, we want to fly you to LA to do basically a final round of auditions for this role. So I flew to LA. I met Grant there.
Yeah, we tested the same day. Didn't
Yeah, we tested the same day. Yeah, and yeah, I did my audition. They made me sing songs, which was not part of my audition, but sometimes you got to sing for your supper, I guess. They had me sing. First, they saw on my resume that I did a tour of Jersey Boys. So Peter Roth was like, sing that song that Frankie Valli sings in the show. And I'm like, which of the 52 songs in that show?
That song.
I sang a little bit of that. And yeah, so, but yeah, it was great. And they kind of told me on the spot that I got the gig. And I thought that it was just a supplementary character that they just kind of made up to be the sort of quirky sidekick to the hero. But one of the showrunners handed me a comic book, and in huge letters on the front it was Vibe, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And flipping through, I saw, oh, this is the character. I'm supposed to become a superhero at some point. And I'm looking at my thunder thighs and wondering how they're going to make those work in spandex.
Oh, they work.
Why do they work?
This is G-rated. Danielle, dear, how did you get the gig?
It was pretty quick. I went in and I met with David and read for everybody, and same thing, went back and read for Peter and Mark and everyone. By the end of the week, it was a really fast process.
Wow.
I'd worked with Greg before. Yeah.
You get a gig and you think a show's gonna last a season. Did you think this was gonna be such a nice, delicious, long-running show? Isn't it fabulous?
No, not at all. I remember when we did the pilot, I think Grant and a couple other people were looking for apartments. And I was like, guys, don't count your chickens. You don't know that the pilot's going to get picked up. You don't know that it's going to go to series. You don't know that anyone's going to watch.
Maybe I was naive, but I was very confident with it being the property of the Flash that I was like, well, this is just going to be a big hit, right? I mean,
And Tom, how did you get an open call?
What?
How did you get the gig? Was there an open call?
Yeah. My story's boring. I'm much more interested in Carlos's story.
Me too. If I'd had to sing, I would have never gotten the job.
I had gone to see one.
Tom.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
I can't.
Yes.
I feel deprived. I hear nothing.
Wait, Grant, you can't hear Tom?
No.
Maybe that's for the best, right? Count your blessings.
Oh, shit.
He said maybe that's for the best, Grant.
Oh, there goes Grant.
Oh, wait, Grant. Wait, who just? That's just weird. Can you hear Tom now? You're kind of freezing, Grant. Maybe you have some bad Wi-Fi going on.
Oh.
Can you use your superpowers to fix the Wi-Fi?
You need Cisco for that.
I hear everybody else say
Can you
something,
run
Tom.
the best- Wait a minute.
Can you hear me or not? Can you hear me?
I knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I know.
Did it.
I know you knew.
I still can't hear you. No.
You still can't hear me? That's a mystery, right? Because I got my microphone going. If this is a runner joke, it's not a very good one.
Yeah, it's a long-winded joke without the joke part.
Cars in the house.
You know,
I'm just going to go right to the story. Can I do that, Seth?
So, yes, Tom, just talk. Grant, we'll fill you in later. Go. Oh, bye-bye.
Well, it was kind of funny because it was like the comic book nerd moment when they asked me to do the show, and they're like, come play the brilliant a scientist who might not be all he's supposed to be. And I was like, nah. And then Greg called up and he said, come on. I was like, nah. He said, I live blocks from you guys in New York. He's like, I'm going to fly you out here. So they flew me out there, and they literally, it was at NBC offices, and there was nobody in the office, and there was no one in the hallway, and they still did this. They walked up, they closed the door. There was nobody there, but they closed the door, and they leaned in, and they went, he's Eobard Thawne. And I was like, keep talking. And they're like, he's the villain. And I was like, whoa, why didn't you just tell me that over the phone to New York? I would have been like, sure, I'm in. That sounds great. I get to put on a suit and fight the flag. Yeah, cool. So that's how that started. But the Carlos part was a week before that, or recently, just before that, Mo and I were watching once a Broadway show. And you remember how that went? You got to go, and unlike many Broadway shows, they're actually on stage playing because it's all played in the bar, and they're playing. And you know how that thing is when somebody has that charisma and the dynamism, your eyes are drawn to them. Well, I'm watching this long-haired guy. And Carlos, what's the thing that you bang? What was that thing called?
The cajon.
You know, the box? Yeah, that. And then he's got the fiddle. He's got 10 different instruments. And I'm like, who is this little genius? You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, at halftime, you could also go up on stage, and we tried to like mingle with him. And he's just like, he had so much ability. We were like, this guy's stunning. And then Greg's like, I think we got a guy for Cisco. And it was like, what? It's that guy. It was absolutely just a beautiful marriage of theater and film event. And literally, Carlos is, I know we talk a lot about Lin-Manuel all the time, with due respect, because he's fabulous. Carlos has got that same ability, and everyone on the screen can attest to that. He's just musically, theatrically, acting-wise, he's got the kind of thing that is just a rarity in terms of a triple threat. And to be able to spend time with these guys daily and watch Grant dance and Carlos do his thing, it's a pleasure.
This is what I love about Tom. He gets so generous during these interviews, and it's actually just deflection. Is what it is.
I literally heard none of that. Like I
complimented you.
You can't hear that either, Tom.
Okay, so wait, two things. Grant, I just texted Mo some donations. Would you read them?
Grant? You said Grant.
I'm sorry, Tom. I sent Mo donations. Okay.
Absolutely. So Samantha from Mexico. Thank you, Samantha. Kader, please forgive me if it's Kayder. Kader from New York. Thank you very much. Meggie, bless your heart. Oh, look, Father Andrew from Wyoming. $103. Holy cow. We're good. Father, we'll pay you back, Padre. I don't know I don't even know if he's a vicar or a padre or a chaplain, but it says Father Andrew from Wyoming. Bless your heart, Father. Thank you. Tony from Texas. Thank you very much. Oh, hey, if Grant cannot hear me, can you hear me, Grant? Double G's. You got me?
Grant cannot hear you. Double G cannot hear you.
Somebody has to tell Grant that Tony from Texas has donated to the Actors Fund, but says a shout out by Grant would be the coolest thing ever. So,
what was his name from Texas?
Tony.
What's the name?
Tony from Texas.
Grant, would you shout out Tony from Texas?
What's up, Tony? I can't hear Tom. I'm sorry.
He just freaked out.
This is like the best glitch ever for Grant. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Not only that,
Grant, I would have you leave and then come back.
Thanks
but
to
all this,
Hartley, thanks to Hartley, we can't have you go out and come back in. You won't be able to come back on.
So basically, Tom hasn't really said anything.
He hasn't said anything important, so don't worry about it. As long as you can hear Danielle and Carlos and us, it's all
Tom,
good.
why don't you call me and we'll just stay on the phone for this
My
whole
phone doesn't work anymore. It's just
his phone doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, his phone broke today.
We're literally having to text his wife's phone.
Yeah.
Nothing.
He's a mess.
Most fun.
Today, and he didn't respond. So I
This
guess
is a
that's
straight
great.
up comedy.
No, I don't get any text
I
or
can't
anything.
hear you, so I don't. It
Yeah,
feels
stop
like talking.
explaining yourself.
He's telling you that he can't get any text.
Yeah. So cut.
He's a mess.
So Grant, Tom,
Got one
I'm about
more
to
here.
take you off screen.
Can I read it? I got two more here.
Yeah,
Oh,
read
sorry.
two
Yes, keep
more.
going.
Read two more, and then you're
Yeah.
out.
Jess says, shut up, Grant. Jess says, you're all amazing. Carlos, the cover of 1001 Nights You Perform is absolutely gorgeous. Grant, you're perfect.
Grant, you're perfect.
You're just a really amazing person. True. Tom, I can't miss any scenes with you in it. Good taste. Danielle, I have been a fan of yours since Sky High. Oh my gosh, who isn't? Thank you all for being brilliant and giving us the best Flash cast we could have. And then the last one we have here from you, Seth, is from Anthony for Grant and Candice, DCTV's best couple.
Okay, thank you. Keep donating, and then forward your receipts to starsonhouse2020@gmail.com. It all goes to the Actors Fund to help everyone in the arts. Grant,
Can you hear us, Grant?
you can hear us, right?
Yeah, I can hear everyone. This is just devastating.
Suspect.
Suspect. Person I know.
Forget Tom.
Suspect.
So Grant, let me ask you something. You work with somebody I love so much. What was it like working with Victor Garber?
I'm obsessed with Victor Garber. I mean, on a deep, deep level. He is just so kind, and obviously he's been in every single project in the world. And I mean, he designed the Titanic. But yeah, he's the loveliest, most sweetest man, and obviously very talented.
Obsessed with Victor Garber. He is
the
loveliest man in the world. Hello, Dolly.
I don't know what Tom's doing, but it feels like he's doing Victor impression.
Grant, you got to just tune Tom out. Thank you.
I can't hear him.
So what I found Victor singing with Jesse, which I totally love. We'll watch that.
Standing there, gazing at you with a sheep's eye and a licorice tooth.
What is a licorice tooth? So wait, Grant, so you love Victor Garber. I guess we always have a doctor, actually. We have Dr. LaPook be a guest star here. He's not tonight because we thought we'd have too much to talk about with you, but he always says you've got to keep in touch with people that you love. So, I mean, you've got to keep in touch with Victor Garber. We wanted to make it easier for you. So here's Victor to say hey to you.
Hi.
Oh, no.
You don't know. I've been watching this and weeping. And I love you guys. I can't believe. Hi.
Oh, I love you so much. Look at your mustache.
I know. It's
Garber, bring the cast to tears.
Something different.
It's perfect.
Trying to find something to do, trimming my mustache. It takes a lot of time.
That's what I've been doing. I believe it or not,
I can't tell you what it's like. It's like I was thinking, not since Alias have I felt so close to a group of people. And that is saying something because that was, monumental. But this family, the Flash family, just seeing your faces and missing you. So it's just, and hearing you talk about each other. And I can't tell you how much I miss you all and wish, we'll see each other again, of course, but what time is it?
I would quarantine to trim your mustache, Victor.
What?
We're just
break quarantine
looking at you lovingly. We're all nodding and looking at
you. Love you. We love you so much.
I'm actually I'm sick of the quarantine and I want to let's just have dinner. Really, I'll put on a mask. I'll do whatever I have to do. You all look wonderful, and Danielle, your baby, Miles. My God, it's just remarkable how much time has gone by, and how much has happened, and here we are. Here we are trying to figure this out. This is something.
You will always be a part of the Flash family.
Now I don't even care that I can't hear Tom.
See? I'll make it easier for you, Grant. Watch this. Bye-bye, Tom. That way we don't have to deal with it.
Oh, it's great. It's perfect.
Tom's moving. Oh, thank you, Seth, for inviting me to do this. Because Seth wasn't really aware that I had actually been on The Flash. And he said, "Do you know Grant Gustin?" I said, "Do I know Grant Gustin?" No, it's okay. You've been busy. But it was just so sweet that I could be here, and I've only had 3 glasses of wine, and I'm still here.
Grant, why do you like working with Victor?
I mean, listen to him. He's just like I said. He's so sweet. He's a legend, which I've told him on many occasions, and he has been in, like I said before. I mean, he's in so many just like epic projects, like constantly. Every time I watch a movie, I'm like, Victor's in this too. Like,
I can't believe I'm in that. But
and then
let me
after
just
seeing
say
him
this.
in Hello Dolly, we were lucky enough to see him in Hello Dolly. I fell even more in love with him as a performer and a person. I mean, he's just a legend.
That means the world to me. But let me just say, everyone on the screen is remarkable. They're all. I mean, I was on the set with these people. Everything that they're saying about me, I feel about them, and more so. I mean, the talent on the screen. Danielle literally got me through the whole thing. Just held my hand and said, "No, that's Carlos. That's Tom." I knew Tom. I know Tom, but I just named names and everything, and the talent of these people is just stunning. I mean, nobody really. I mean, I can't wait till the Broadway show. They're all doing that. Yeah.
You know, we have a very important fan question. What is your favorite on-set snack? Carlos, why don't you begin? It's vital.
Well, unfortunately, my kryptonite on set is anything even remotely related to bread and sugar. And if they're in the same package, then it's over. It's over. Yeah, I'm going to be gorging on carrot cake and muffins and all that stuff. So yeah, that's my favorite.
Carbs. Danny, what about you?
Apples and almond butter. That's my go-to.
Oh, come on. No. What's like
me?
That's my jam right there. That's my jam.
No, Danielle, no, not the healthy snack. What's the like I'm acting out, I'm shoveling food in my mouth snack?
Oh, chocolate. All the chocolate. Peanut M&Ms, like you name it. All the chocolate.
Yeah.
Just want
the
to
little
confirm.
2-bite brownies. And since they're only 2 bites, you could probably have 2, maybe 3.
That I applaud. Grant Gustin, what about you?
Boring, but it's also fun because whenever it's time, I know it's time for something I always forget to eat. I always ask for a protein shake, and I always go ahead and just make one for Tom because he's for sure gonna go, "Where's my protein shake?" And I get a protein shake.
He can hear you, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, I know. I know.
Just want to clarify. Victor Garber, what's your favorite go-to snack?
Pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a, what is it, in my bar mitzvah in the 70s? Pigs in a blanket?
Yeah, well, that was a bar mitzvah.
Bringing out pigs in a blanket at 11 o'clock snack time.
Tell LA I love her.
LA just texted me when Victor popped on, like, Victor with crying. This is my wife. She also.
No, I actually like anything that's not kosher.
I just went to text Victor, by the way, and remember that he's in my phone as my best friend, Victor.
Also sweet. All right, Tom Cavanagh, what's your go-to snack besides a protein shake stolen from Grant?
No, it's honestly, it is that. It's less about what snack. I'll eat anything, literally. And it's not about. Oh no, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Wait a minute. You can hear him now?
I can hear him. It's a miracle.
Oh my God. It's just stars in the house. For me, it's not about the snack. It's about whose snack I can steal, or practical joke, or put something in. Hartley Sawyer, a couple of weeks before we ended, had this peanut butter sandwich he was saving, and he made the mistake of leaving it right on a set. So, I'm gonna not eat it. I'm gonna eat
one bite,
most of it, and then put it back under the cellophane and leave it back out for him. So at the end of the day, when he goes to get his special peanut butter thing, I've eaten that snack.
Yep. I wish you were kidding.
I pretty much go 50% with Grants. I tend to take a little more mercy on the ladies. Sometimes donate chocolate to them, but yeah, I'm not about eating people's food.
You're a nightmare.
Okay, we've got a couple more questions, and then we have a video to show Victor.
Yes.
So I'm sure Victor will love it. Okay, so this one's from Jazzy Wright. My question for Team Flash is, and I want to know this too, how does it feel to play a superhero? And do you feel like you're a role model to kids around the world? I love you, Team Flash. Thank you for inspiring me. How does it feel to play a superhero?
Yeah.
I wanted to play one when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, what my earliest idol, other than this is, I'm not just saying this because we're talking. My first one was Matthew Broderick as Ferris Bueller. He was my first hero. But other than that, it was Christopher Reeve as Superman, and he was just untouchable to me. I've never really thought of myself in that capacity because, again, he is just like a legend and a god. But to see kids have similar, relationships with me as the Flash is something that over the years I've learned to not take lightly, just because I'm one to, doubt myself and belittle the things that I'm doing. But what we're doing means a lot to a lot of people. And there's definitely a lot of kids that, love our version of the Flash. And I don't take it lightly. I mean, it's pretty special.
Oh.
Anybody else want to chime in?
I love it. I mean, I think it's so fun, as an actor to get to really take the level of make believe to a superhero. It's so fun. And, I think, yes, over the last couple of years, it's been really incredible to see the impact it has, especially on young women.
I mean, it's kind of like everything that you kind of expect it to be, at least on my end, when the action sequences start and you have to pretend like beams are shooting out of your hands, you have to channel that inner 5-year-old that you're talking about, James. You know what I mean? It just becomes playtime because you have no other frame of reference for how to make this feel real other than to channel that 5-year-old self that is fully committed to the superpowers and, and all that stuff. So it's everything.
When you very first did it, was it embarrassing? Were you self-conscious, or because it's not actually? I mean, I'm assuming they're not really coming out of your hands, special effects. Did it seem weird, kind of doing that at first, and then you get used to it, or what?
I mean, I think it's kind of a sink or swim kind of situation. When you're on the spot and there's $1 bajillion on the line, and there's 50 people behind the camera all waiting for you to do your job. You kind of just got to do it.
I think that's true every time I step in front of a camera, I have to make that leap. Whatever character I'm playing, whether I've got lightning shooting out or fire. Oh, I was Firestorm. I was not Firestorm. The point is, I was one half of Firestorm. So every time we joined together, I could go home because it became the other person, and I would say, "See you later, Robbie." Robbie Amell was the first Firestorm, and then Franz Drama was the second one, and I was just couldn't wait till we merged, and then. But the problem was that then we'd unmerge, and I'd have to be there, and so I'd have to wait all day to unmerge.
I was gonna say we usually found a way to keep you around.
Yeah, I know, but I I never thought I would be a part of anything like this, and I was completely entranced by the people I worked with, and then I thought I've got to go home.
Tom, what about you? Supervillain, superhero?
Yeah, I think I agree with Victor. Victor and I both started in the 1800s, and so a chance to put on a super suit and run around, doing stunts and action sequences is really gratifying. But more about what you said in that first thing about the influence you have. I think that largely when an actor talks about themselves, it can be obnoxious. But when you talk about the character that you play to a 14-year-old and it really matters to them, or a 15-year-old, and you're no longer you're not someone talking about themselves being indulgent, you're sharing. And I think it matters when somebody like Grant or Victor or Danielle or Carlos shares with somebody at that age that is very influenceable, and then they grow up going this guy was really nice to me. The Flash took some time to put his arm around me and ask me about this sequence that they know everything about the show. They know there's so much more verbal about it than we are, and it means so much to them, and they never forget. And if Grant takes some time to say, hey, what did you like about that sequence? And they can talk to him about it, but you never forget that. It has a bigger impact than I think we think. And doing a superhero show that is aimed at this demographic is an opportunity for us to like enable a little bit. And I think that's a real privilege.
Wow,
Definitely.
so well said. Should we show our music?
Yeah. Oh, before the next thing we do, Grant, I know we talked about it before the show, and a lot of people have been asking about the next season. What do you have to say?
Any updates?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't know too much yet about when we're even going to get to go back to work, what next season's going to look like in its full capacity. But we do know that, the season 6 was cut short. We were almost done with episode 20. We had 21 and 22 left as well. And those storylines will just get put onto the beginning of season 7. So everything that was kind of left in the air at the end of season 6, we're going to tie up at the beginning of season 7 and then continue on with the writers have planned. But other than that, I think we're pretty in the dark right now, unfortunately.
Can you tell us how the stories are tied up?
I think I have a studio and or a network calling me if I.
No one's watching. Tell us. Just whisper it.
Tell me, am I coming back?
Exactly. Poor Vicky. All right, so Tom, we always do this, by the way. I'm sort of fascinated that people do shows 8 times a week, and then at some point, eventually, their mind goes, I don't need to know this anymore. So I would love to know if this has left your mind yet. Tell me if you remember any of
I'll
this.
try to move this to the piano. Here, a little bit.
So I'll begin.
Uh-oh, hold on. Can we see?
Grant.
I don't know. It's
Run,
hard.
freedom, run.
Run
Run away.
Grant, you're not supposed to help him.
Freedom, run away. That freedom's sun will shine someday. Come on, you better run, run, freedom, run away.
Still got it. Okay.
You're amazing. You're
I'm very
amazing.
impressed.
When Tom told me he played that role on Broadway, I thought he was lying. I had no idea. He was telling the truth. Isn't that true, Tom? I was like,
Can I tell you really briefly my first Victor Garber experience? We were doing Shanna, and we had a dark day, and Lend Me a Tenor was still playing, and I was like, I'm on Broadway, and they're on Broadway. I'm going to go see this Broadway thing. And then I watched Victor sing and watched him act, and I thought, wait, he's on Broadway. I don't know what I'm doing. It was like, oh my God, I didn't know you could be that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, I know you think I'm just throwing out a compliment. It was so true. It was a shocking moment. It was like, I got to go out and buy some socks. I got to pull those socks up. I got to put myself in a bag and get myself in a 7-iron. And I got to get in the game because this guy is incredible,
Wow.
And so, yeah, that was my first Victor Garber experience. I've never forgotten.
So
He opened his mouth
long
to
ago.
sing. I was in the balcony, center right. He started singing. I was like, what's happening? I didn't know that was possible.
Victor, everybody loves you. Okay, so
True story.
for 2 seconds, Grant, talk about the beautiful song that Pasek and Paul wrote for you for The Flash. Did you know who they were when they wrote the song?
Yeah, I was a musical theater major at Elon University, and they actually came and did a masterclass there. And I had known who they were before then, even just because of what was the song cycle that they had?
Not
Edges.
Pieces.
Edges. Yeah.
Edges.
Yeah. And I was already obsessed with them before they came, and got to sing some of their music I think I sang Monticello for them back then. And I mean, they were just awesome. So we had remained kind of in touch before I knew that Greg had called them to come do this song for us. And yeah, I mean, I was thrilled because initially it was actually an existing song that I was going to sing. I don't even remember what song it was supposed to be, but then Greg
I
presented
want to
this
run
idea.
to you. From Bodyguard?
Yeah, I mean,
you?
No, not that, but
So inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty special. I mean, I'd already seen Jared Hansen well, and yeah, I mean, they're amazing. They're really, really talented. Los, you went to school with them, didn't you? You were there at the same time.
They graduated the year before I got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he went to Michigan. Well, Grant was a guest. We do this thing, another social justice thing we've done called Concert for America, which we did in September. Grant was our guest, and we have a clip of you singing the song.
Oh, gosh.
You weird.
Victor.
Yeah, Victor, you're gonna love this.
Victor's
it's so
gonna love
beautiful. Here we go.
Can't wait.
Can't say how the days will unfold. Can't change what the future may hold. But I want you in it. Every hour, every minute. This world can race by far too fast. Hard to see while it's all flying past. But it's clear now, when you're standing here now, I am meant to be wherever you are next to me. All I wanna do is come running home to you. Come running home to you. And all my life I promise to keep running home to you. Keep running home to you.
Oh my God.
You were
Okay,
great.
Seth.
You were great.
Seth,
And the song is great.
Can you send me that link? Can you hear me? Can you send that to me?
Oh, sorry. I'll send it to you.
Push something.
I will
Please.
definitely send it to you.
That just makes me crazy. Wow.
We knew you'd love it.
I just had a voice lesson with Joan Later this morning.
Joan Later. Joan Later. Joan Later.
I just had a voice lesson with her, and I'm just trying to get my voice back to even sing anything, and it's that was just beautiful. Oh my God.
Inspiring.
Hi, Joanna.
Yeah, I felt you. Yeah.
Get back to me.
That was the one.
Grant, I sent you the final list of donations to read.
In the meantime, I have to say goodbye. I have to go put my baby to sleep, but I love you all.
You have a
I know.
Yes, I'll bring back the other Danielle. Danielle, it was so great having you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Come back for our rent and watch along.
That's right.
And then here's our other.
Hi,
Hi.
Danny.
Hi, you're back. You're here for the final donation tally. Wait,
You're muted.
Oh, there you are. Sorry. Wait.
Oh no, Danny has to unmute herself.
You have to mute yourself. I think.
Yay.
Yay.
I had no idea I was coming back. I was honestly just sitting here, just eavesdropping on you guys, crying a little bit, making Mike watch Grant sing.
I need Victor's voice.
Hi,
teacher.
Victor.
Hi.
What a joy it is to see you. Hi, you guys.
Danny.
I'm gonna pretend like I
Cheers
can't.
everybody up. All right, Grant, give a dramatic.
Okay, we have Sophie from Ohio with $25. Thank you for all you do. And a Broadway nerd, but I'm a Broadway nerd, but The Flash is my favorite, so we had to tune in. Thank you, Sophie. Richard from Pennsylvania, $25. Thank you for putting the Flash meetup together. Where are we? Christine, $15. The Flash cast is one of my faves. It's been a rough time, but this live stream is putting a smile on my face. Love you guys. We love you too. Christina, $25. Thank you all so much for doing this in honor of dogs and shelters rescues. Samantha from Mexico, $25. Huge Flash fan. If Tom could give me a shout out, since I've been in love with him since the show began. Her name's Samantha.
Oh, Tom, give a shout out.
What's the name?
Samantha.
Samantha, you're amazing. Bless your heart. We're so grateful to have you in our lives.
We have Nicole from Australia, $30, donating from Australia. The cast is
Wow.
amazing, and you're all
There's no
amazing.
being-
Thank you so much for doing something so great. Anika from Virginia, my home state, $51. Thank you for putting this together. Thank you, Anika. Catherine from New Jersey, $25, just donated in Olivia Renkel's name for her birthday. Happy birthday, Olivia.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Olivia. Jennifer from Florida, $25. I made the donation tonight because you were talking about saving the dogs. My family has always had dogs. Love your show. And Danielle from New Jersey, $100. Thank you, Danielle. Very generous.
Thank you, everybody. All right. So in conclusion, everybody watch all The Flash leading up to what just happened right now to review, because season 6 will eventually happen. The end of season 6, will happen as part of season 7.
Exactly.
And we're bringing the cast back to watch Rent. Victor, did you ever see the Rent movie?
Of course.
Well, no one else has, apparently, in this.
No, only Hartley.
Oh, no, everyone here.
I loved it.
Okay, everyone has, but
yes, Hartley and Candice.
Hold on. Can we talk about how he did those pencil turns on a moving train?
Oh, well, I don't know if that was a moving train. I think it's.
What
That was a set.
What is set?
Tom Frozen, or is he just like doing Frozen?
Wait.
Frozen.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's.
I did.
I thought he was literally doing the robot. No, his Wi-Fi went out.
Good call, Grant. Okay.
That was hilarious.
On that note, you want to play the credits?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna roll the credits.
Peace out.
Yeah, I'll play out with some Victor Garber.
Thanks, everyone.
Finally, it's bravo.
Oh, bravo!
Oh no.
Brava!
Hey
Let's
guys,
roll the credits.
so amazing, great show.
Okay, so
All right.
play my music. Here's for Victor.
There we go.
Sing it, Victor.
Yeah.
God, it's hard to play standing. So how many effing credits are there in this damn show?
You better be playing when yeah, there you go.
Whatever, I'm out.